No changes. Three. Good afternoon and welcome to today's presentation of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association coverage of the Ohio Fair Racing Conference. I'm Roger Houston, the brand ambassador for the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, and today we're in Hicksville for racing from the Defiance County Fairgrounds. Today's live racing event is brought to you by Cool Winds Farm, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply, and the Galbraith Equine Center at the Ohio State University Veterinary Medical Center.
The fort's construction began in August of 1794 during the Northwest Indian Wars. It was located at the junction of the Auglaize and the Maumee Rivers and was the strongest fortifications for the American forces. Upon its completion, on August 17th, 55-year-old former governor of Kentucky, General Charles Scott, stated to his militiamen, "I defy the English, Indians, and all the devils of hell to take it." Thus, it was named Fort Defiance. The Americans would march to the Battle of Fallen Timbers just 3 days later, and their victory would end the 10-year-long war. Although a trading post was established nearby, the fort was abandoned in 1796. In 1822, the village of Defiance was built on its location, which became the county seat of Defiance County when it was formed in 1845. The site is now a public park downtown in the city of over 17,000 residents.
And welcome to the Defiance County Fair here in Hicksville. Beautiful night. We're right about 78 degrees. Nice breeze. We have 7 races tonight. We have 6 Ohio Fair Racing Conference stakes for 2- and 3-year-olds and a signature series for 4-year-old and older pacers. That'll be tonight's 6th race. We also have 2 text trivias for you, and they'll be coming up after the 2nd and the 5th, I believe. But it's a fine night of racing. We're all set up here. We just ready to roll, and the horses are coming on the track for the first race, which is a 2-year-old colt pace, going for first division of 3. Going for a purse of $3,846. There are 6 youngsters in it, 2 in it, and they got...
Last horse is on its way. Let's get them together to line up to parade, and let's get line them up and parade them in order.
This is we have only 1 horse in the 6 that has won a race this year, so this is I don't know what you call the easier division. You never know. They've been in 57 and they've been in 56, so it's a good feel, good little feel for the youngsters. By the way, welcome everybody throughout the over the airways. I am Tom Pye, the harness guy. I'm here with Don Holden on the Trot and Pace Marketing. Here's a call to post for the first race.
Our start printing post word for race 1. This is the first division of the 2-year-old colt pace. This is the Jim Corkwell Memorial. Going for a purse of $3,846. This first division is the Sherwood State Bank Trophy Race. Number 1 is Hot Fever, owned and trained by Bill Webb at Defiance, the driver Mark Hedworth. Number 2 is Racing Renegade, owned by Darren Dowler of Prospect, Ohio, and Lawrence Bettler of Sunbury, Ohio, trained and driven by Darren Dowler. Number 3 is Sir Charles of Skye, owned by Tommy Householder of Delaware, trained by Russell Early III, the driver Emma Wahlberg. Number 4 is Beechin, owned by Charles Mooney of Avon Lake, Ohio, trained by Janie Weller, the driver Jay Weller. Number 5 is Sleeping Single, owned by Chris Beaver of Radnor, Ohio, Martin Yoder of Mount Eaton, Ohio, and Steve Mullen of Millersburg, Ohio, trained by Chris Beaver, the driver Cameron McCown. At number 6 is Burnin' Rubber, owned by Brian Boring of Adrian, Michigan, Jennifer Vollmer of LaSalle, Michigan, trained by Brian Boring, and driven this evening by Greg Bateson. Will you please close the draw gate?
So that is your 6-horse field for the first. They score 6 wide here.
Plan to warm up after race 1. Have your horse ready to come on the track when the horses for this race are going off. And getting your horses ready for race 2.
And that is our announcer, Bill Peters, a veteran of 50-plus years on the Ohio Colt circuit. And he will step them up and step them out. And just to keep them on time and rolling. Now in the first race, there was one standout, a couple of standouts. I do like Sleeping Single, not really, but Cam McCow is driving the Christopher Beaver, 2-year-old gelding by Racing Hill, trained, and stepping down from a Buckeye Stallion series, a couple of them in Northfield, based in 56-4, Scioto 56-4, went over to Attica. First time Lasik, which is
also lining up down the backside on the way to the gate. Hot Fever will move in at the rail. Then comes Racing Renegade, Sir Charles of Skye, Beechin, Sleeping Single with Burnin' Rubber on the outside.
Getting behind the mount starting gate. I like a 5-3 in here. I want you folks to go to www.ohha.com. Click on your free program.
The post. Starting gate is rolling now.
And follow my mistakes as I make them all evening long. It's a good night here. Looks like a good field, and here they come. Here's Bill Peters.
Here they come. They're off and pacing. That's Hot Fever going out after the air to lead along with Sir Charles of Skye. Down at the rail third, that's Racing Renegade. Up on the outside fourth is Beechin. Moving up fifth now is Burnin' Rubber, and the last horse is Sleeping Single. Heading down the backside now to race over toward that quarter-mile mark. Mark Hedworth has Hot Fever on top by 2.5 lengths. Pacing at the rail second now is Racing Renegade, driven by Darren Dowler. Third is Beechin, driven by Jay Weller. Dropping in there fourth now is Sir Charles of Skye, driven by Emma Wahlberg. Fifth is Burnin' Rubber, driven by Greg Bateson. The last horse, Sleeping Single, driven by Cameron McCown. First quarter was in 30 and 3/5 seconds. As they race around that upper turn to come down past the stand for the first time, that's Hot Fever by about 3 lengths over Racing Renegade with Beechin in their third. Sir Charles of Skye is 4. Racing fifth is Burnin' Rubber, and the last horse is Sleeping Single. Coming down to the half-mile mark, that's Mark Hedworth and Hot Fever bringing the horses down to the half. 2 lengths back, second is Racing Renegade. Third and on the move on the outside now is Beechin. Past that half-mile mark, that's still Hot Fever with the lead. First half was paced in 1:02. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over toward that 3/4 mile mark. All 6 pacers are pretty well bunched. That's Hot Fever along the rail with the lead. On the outside second, that's Beechin. Racing Renegade is third, and now Emma Wahlberg goes to work on Sir Charles of Skye, and he paces up on the outside fourth, third, going after the leaders. Also on the move from far back is Sleeping Single. Going past that 3/4 mile mark, that's Hot Fever along the rail, and Beechin on the outside there, only heads apart. 3 quarters in 1:33 and 2/5 as they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt. That's Hot Fever at the rail. Racing Renegade on the outside, and 3 wide now comes Sir Charles of Skye as they race for home. Hot Fever, Racing Renegade, and Sir Charles of Skye. Sir Charles of Skye on the outside looks like the lead. Sir Charles of Skye and Beechin. It's gonna be Sir Charles of Skye, and here the outcome. Looked like maybe Racing Renegade might have got up for second over Beechin.
I think Bill called that 3-2-4.
3 3/5.
2:03 and 3/5. Well, let's go to 30 and 1. And Emma Wahlberg, just bided her time and just stepped off that last 8th. Number 2, Racing Renegade. His 3rd lifetime start. And it's a good mile. It's a Racing Hill colt. So he went a good mile for his 3rd lifetime start. He had 2/3. Now we can add a second to that. And next week, maybe a win.
Now in this Jim Corkwell Memorial, there are 3 divisions. Each divisional winner will receive a blanket, and then the one that goes the fastest division will get the Jim Corkwell Memorial blanket. So in this first division, we'll have a picture taken with the Jim Corkwell Memorial blanket, and then we'll have a picture taken with the Sherwood State Bank blanket, and the Sir Charles of Skye connections will get to keep the Sherwood State Bank trophy. And now moving down the track into the winner's circle where the winners go. Coming in from Delaware, Ohio comes number 3, Sir Charles of Skye. Owned by Tommy Householder, trained by Russell Early III, and driven to victory this evening by Emma Wahlberg. Now these races are being live streamed, and they're live streamed all over the world, and I know some of Emma's family living in Sweden are probably watching.
It's a way to start the night out. Nice win for Emma Wahlberg. That's her 7th win in 42 starts. Russ Early III trained.
Blanket there to have a picture taken, Russell. You got another blanket, and this other one you get to keep.
It's a nice blanket they're handing out. They get to keep one. And that Charles.
The Sherwood State Bank is a new blanket sponsor here at the fair. We certainly appreciate their sponsorship this year. Congratulations here to Russell Early, Emma Wahlberg, and Sir Charles of Skye, the winner of race 1. Here are the official placings for race 1 from the top. Number 1, Hot Fever was 4th. Number 2, Racing Renegade was 2nd. Number 3, Sir Charles of Skye was the winner. Number 4, Beechin was 3rd. 5, Sleeping Single was 6th. And number 6, Burnin' Rubber was 5th. Time of the first quarter was 30 3/5. The half was in 1:02. The 3/4 in 1:33 2/5. With a mile in 2:03 3/5. From the top it should read 4:21 3:65. A mile in 2:03 3/5. In the upcoming race 2, number 3, Little Jedi, make the driver Greg Bateson. Greg Bateson driving number 3, Little Jedi. Number 5, Impressive Elvira, change the driver to Art McElmurray. Art McElmurray driving number 5, Impressive Elvira. Race 2 is the Chuck Peter Memorial.
That's the way to start out the evening here at Hicksville at the Defiance County Fair. That was a tight finish. 3 of them across the track and took a photo to find the 3rd place. 3-2-4. I'll say no more. We will be back shortly after a few select messages from our sponsors.
The roots of harness racing are born at the county fairs. For over 150 years, people have gathered to watch horses battle it out for fame and glory. Catch the thrills this summer at an Ohio Fair Racing Conference County Fair. The OFRC races at 21 fairs in 19 Ohio counties. Trotters and pacers put it all on the line to be called the best in the Buckeye State. The Ohio Racing Conference, where the path to greatness begins.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio is a full-service standardbred breeding facility that specializes in stallion management. Cool Winds Farm stands Rockin' Amadeus, sire of world champion Ocean Rock. Cool Winds also stands trotters Coraggioso, sire of stakes winner Lima Gold, and double millionaire sire Lucky Chucky. Be sure to visit the Cool Winds yearlings at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway Ag Center on Friday, September 18th.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1974, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com. Most orders shipped that day, or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
During several of today's races, watch and listen for your chance to play Text Trivia. Text your answer, A, B, or C, to 614-633-5554. All correct texts will be eligible to win. So enter this number in your phone and be ready, 614-633-5554. That's 614-633-5554, and good luck from the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association.
Yes, we are back here at Hicksville.
Yeah, and if somebody just arrived, the race programs are being sold down there underneath the tree down there by the barn. Also, if you buy a race program, then you get a ticket to be in our drawing, which will take place after race 5.
So, a little.
Your attention to the barns. We're now ready for your horses for race 2.
This will be the 3-year-old filly trot. 1 dash for all the cash. There's 5 fillies in here, $9,089. And there's a couple of impressive ladies here. We got Electric Ridge, $25,823 already earned this year. 4 wins and 11 starts, 1 second, 3/3. And she looks like, of course, my last selection. We'll just don't look back, look forward, I always say. If you don't look forward, you might trip up. Electric Ridge looks good. Cam McCow, we had to do a couple of, if you folks got your programs from ohh.com, they're free. You can download them onto your computer or print them out. Driver changes in here is number 3.
3 out, that leaves 2 to come.
Little Jedi is Greg Bateson. And on the 5, impressive Elvira. Art McElmurray will be driving impressive Elvira. So 5 in it. We've got Cell Service, Racing Commando, Little Jedi, Electric Ridge, and impressive Elvira. This is a Chuck Peter Memorial. This is a strong horse community up here in Defiance, up in Hicksville. Track's in great shape, and they have a tradition since 1877 having their fair at 6:30 at night. So we're not having the fair, but we're having the races. We're not, there's not even a junior fair here. But we will get through this COVID thing. Here are the horses for the second race.
Our start putting postword for race 2. This is the 3-year-old filly trot. This is the Chuck Peter Memorial, going for a purse of $9,089. Number 1 is Cell Service, by John Kadeski III of Pemberville and Patrick Kadeski of Bowling Green, trained and driven by John Kadeski III. Number 2 is Racing Commando, all by Chris Beaver of Radnor, Ohio, Joe Sabraco of Brecksville, Ohio, Martin Yoder of Mount Eaton, Ohio, Steve Ziendaler of Worthington, Ohio, trained by Chris Beaver, the driver, Pierce Henry. Number 3 is Little Jedi, all by Carol and Kevin Mayer of Montrose, Michigan, trained by Carol Mayer, the driver, Greg Bateson. Number 4 is Electric Ridge, all by Chris Beaver of Radnor, Ohio, Jim Gallagher of Columbus, Ohio, Mooger Delia Racing of New Hope, Pennsylvania, and Steve Ziendaler of Worthington, Ohio, trained by Chris Beaver, the driver, Cameron McCown. At number 5 is Impressive Elvira, all by Marlene Hartung of Pearson, Florida, trained by Jason Hanna, the driver, Art McElmurray. Attention to the barns, you plan to warm up after race 2. Have your horse ready to come on the track when the horses of this race are going off. Be getting your horses ready for race 3.
That's your field, 5 of them. Again, they'll be scoring down a couple of times and then be heading to the post. That's John Kineski III aboard Cell Service. Has 11 starts, 1 win, 6 seconds. $11,527 earned this year. Has a market 2-6 and 2 at Ottawa. So it's a very consistent. I always said 2 seconds is just as good as a win, and Cell Service has 6 seconds. Racing Commando, Chris Beaver trainee, driven by Pierce Henry, and 10 starts, 1 win, 2 seconds. Win at Oak Harbor, 2 minutes and 3/5. That's an excellent mile up there for the 3-year-old filly. She's been making bibbly bobbles lately. Little Jedi looking for her first win in a lifetime. She's got 8 starts this year, 0 wins, 1 win, 1 second, 3/3.
Are still lining up down the backside on the way to the gate. Cell Service moves in at the rail. On comes Racing Commando, Little Jedi, Electric Ridge with Impressive Elvira on the outside.
So that said, I will.
They're at the post. Starting gate is rolling now.
Going to go with the 4-2 in here. What is he talking about now? Behind the gate. And the gate swings around the turn, and we're here live from Hicksville at Defiance County Fair in beautiful Northwest Ohio.
Here they come. They're off and trotting. That's Electric Ridge going out after year to lead along with Cell Service. Between horses third, that's the Little Jedi. Moving up on the outside fourth, Impressive Elvira. And the last horse is Racing Commando. Making the turn now to head down the backside to race over toward that quarter-mile mark. Cameron McCown has Electric Ridge on top by 1.5 lengths. Running in there second is Cell Service, driven by John Kineski. Moving along third is Little Jedi, driven by Greg Bateson. Fourth is Impressive Elvira, driven by Art McElmurray. And the last horse, Racing Commando, driven by Pierce Henry. Past that quarter-mile mark, that's Electric Ridge, still by 2 lengths. First half trotted in 31 3/5 seconds. As they race around that upper turn to come down past the stand for the first time, that is Electric Ridge by 2.5 lengths over Cell Service. Still racing in there third is Little Jedi. Fourth, Impressive Elvira, and trailing is Racing Commando. 5 fillies pretty well bunched as they race down to the half-mile mark. That's Cameron McCown and Electric Ridge bringing the horses down to the half. 2 lengths back, second is Cell Service, and right there third is Little Jedi. First half trotted in 102 2/5. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over to that 3/4 mile mark. The one to catch is Electric Ridge. The closest horse second is Cell Service. Moving up on the outside third is Little Jedi. A little closer fourth now is Impressive Elvira. Off stride fifth now goes Racing Commando. Going to that 3/4 mile mark. That is still Electric Ridge with the lead. Cell Service still racing in their second, followed by Little Jedi third, Impressive Elvira fourth. 3/4 in 133 2/5 as they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt. That's Electric Ridge with the lead. 2 lengths back second is Cell Service racing in their third. As they race down toward home, that is Little Jedi. Racing through the lane, it is Electric Ridge and Cell Service. Electric Ridge and Cell Service. It's going to be Electric Ridge, wire to wire, and here they all come. Cell Service up for second, Little Jedi for third. A mile in 2:03 1/5.
Looks like 4-1-3 to me. Unofficial, of course. Electric Ridge, going easy mile. Chris Beaver trainee. Chris Street Beaver just had bookends. He finished first and last in that one. Impressive Racing Commando did not behave. And she galloped. She ran. She bibbly-bobbled.
If anyone lost a cell phone, we've got one here in the judges' stand. If anyone lost a cell phone, we have one here in the judges' stand.
It's, losing a cell phone is almost as bad as losing a wallet, but it happens. The Electric Ridge is a 3-year-old filly by Triumphant Caviar.
And now moving down the track into the winner's circle where the winners go, coming in from Radnor, Columbus, and Worthington, Ohio, along with New Hope, Pennsylvania, comes number 4, Electric Ridge, owned by Chris Beaver, Jim Gallagher, Moger Delia Racing, and Steve Ziendaler, trained by Chris Beaver and driven to victory this evening by Cameron McCown. Now this is the Chuck Peter Memorial Trophy Race. Chuck raced horses here for many, many years. Probably won more races on this racetrack than any driver ever. This race is named in his honor. The 3-year-old filly trot, Chuck Peter Memorial. Congratulations to the Beaver Stable, Cameron McCown, and Electric Ridge, the winner of the 2020 Chuck Peter Memorial.
It's the last quarter in 29-4. So the number 1 cell service was second. That's her 7th second in 2020 starts. So again, I'll take a second. 2 seconds, just as good as a win.
Here are the official placings for race 2 from the top. Number 1, Cell Service was second. Number 2, Racing Commando was 5th. Number 3, Little Jedi was 3rd. Number 4, Electric Ridge was the winner. Number 5, Impressive Elvira was 4th. Time of the first quarter was 31 3/5. The half was in 102 2/5. The 3 quarters in 133 2/5. With a mile in 203 1/5. From the top it should read 2, 5, 3, 1, 4 on the bottom. The mile in 203 1/5.
So that is your...
In the upcoming race 3, number 4, M'Excuse Me, the driver is Cameron McCown. Cameron McCown driving number 4, M'Excuse Me. Number 7, Miss Carly Shea, the driver is Greg Bateson. Greg Bateson on number 7, Miss Carly Shea. And I think we still need to know the driver on number 2, Oh, the Places You'll Go.
Oh, the places you'll see. That's the 3rd race coming up here at Hicksville. And time for you to see a few of our sponsors' message. We'll be right back.
Athletes, they come in all shapes and sizes. They catch, they leap, they run. Some athletes even come with 4 legs and paws and hooves. When these beloved family members need care, remember the Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center. Ohio State experts wrote the book on exceptional animal care and know how to get our best friends back on their feet. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio wants to thank all of the breeders that supported our first season, standing the popular sire, Dancin' Yankee. Cool Winds also stands the fast son of Some Beach Somewhere, Santa Fe Beach Boy, and 2015 Little Brown Jug runner-up Lost for Words, who engaged in an epic battle with Wiggle It Jiggle It, and whose first crop will sell this fall. Be sure to visit Randy and Kim Haynes in the Cool Winds Farm consignment at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway Ag Center on Friday, September 18th.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1974, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigDWeb.com. Most orders shipped that day, or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
It's time for text trivia. The number is 614-633-5554. One more time, 614-633-5554. The answer is easy as A, B, or C. Okay. The question is, there are several top drivers in the country right now that are from Ohio. And they're ranked high up there in wins and driving percentage. Now, who has the highest driving percentage when driving average, or your batting average we call it? Is it A, Aaron Merriman, B, Ronnie Wren?
Attention the barns, we're now ready for your horses for race 3.
Ronnie Wren Jr., or C, Jeff Nysonger? Who has the highest batting average? A, Aaron LeBaron, B, Ronnie Wren Jr., or C, Jeff Nysonger? Take the second and the fifth correct texter to 614-633-5554. You know what, a nice surprise package from the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. Good luck. Is that the highest batting average? Who has it? Aaron Merriman, B, Ronnie Wren Jr.,
Make the driver
or C,
on number 2. Oh, the
Jeff
places you'll
Nysonger?
go. Skip them all. Skip them all will drive number 2. Oh, the places you'll go.
Okay, those now. This is with current facts from a few days ago. I couldn't get through on my Wi-Fi tonight or my cell phone, but I have the calls are coming in, the texts are coming in, and no, of course I know. We got 1, 2, 3. You got 3 correct, but these are already winners already. And I got 4 incorrect texts, and they're already winners again. I want some new, take a guess. I want some new contestants. Is it A, Aaron Merriman, B, Ronnie Wren Jr., or C, Jeff Nysonger? Who has the highest batting average of those 3? 614-633-5554. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh. There's a 1. Do. Tell you we will starting Thursday, we'll explain how the batting average began and who invented it. And there were 2 teachers. One was a teacher of mathematics. The other was a industrial arts teacher. They work side by side. They invented it. But I'm not going to tell you because I might use that as a text trivia question. Okay, we have our winners. And the correct answer, who has the highest batting average of those 3?
7 out, that leaves 1 to come.
Of course, Aaron leads with wins. Ronnie Wren is right around 353 for a batting average. But Jeff Nysonger, who's tearing up the fairs this summer, has a batting average, or it was.
Okay, the last horse is on its way. Let's get them together to line up to parade.
.407. And that's C was the correct answer. So congratulations to you lucky texters. You'll be getting a replay from me shortly as soon as we come to the post parade for the 3rd race here at Hicksville in Defiance County. Beautiful August evening.
Our starting post word for race 3. This is the 2-year-old filly Pace, going for a purse of $10,679 and a blanket given in memory of Deb Zimmerman, EA, of Priority Plus Tax Services. The one is Drinkin' Not Thinkin', owned by the Here's Tua Stable, Millersport, Ohio, trained by Ron Stack, the driver, Pierce Henry. Number 2 is Oh, the Places You'll Go, owned by Ryan Ryder of Lennon, Michigan, trained by Barb Redder, the driver, Skip DeMond. Number 3 is Artificial Sweetener, owned, trained and driven by Dan Korfman of Fremont. Number 4 is Excuse Me, owned by Ron Steck of Marengo and Jeffrey Brees of Granville, trained by Ron Steck, the driver, Cameron McCown. Number 5 is Cousin Margie, owned and trained by Joe Stevens of Montrose, Michigan. The driver is Rex Putnam. Number 6 is Fever's Last Cruise, owned by the D&K Stables LLC of Hicksville, trained by Bill Webb, the driver, Mark Hedworth. Number 7 is Miss Carly Shea, owned by Dean Miller of Ohio City, trained by Chad Williamson, the driver, Greg Batesy. Number 8 is Wall Said, owned by the Wall Brothers Stable of Marion, Ohio, Mike Sweeney of Delaware, R. Miller, Rocky Miller of Groveport, Ohio, and Jay Miller of Dublin, Ohio, trained by Mike Sweeney, the driver, Art McElmurray. Against the barns, you plan to warm up after race 3. Have your horse ready to come on the track when the horses of this race are going off. Be getting your horses ready for race 4.
So in this 2-year-old filly Pace, race number 3, going for 1 dash for the cash, $10,679. There are a couple of multi-winners in here. There's a couple of gals in here they're still maidens. The multi-winners are on the outside. The 6, Fever's Last Cruise, has 3 wins, 2 seconds, and a third in 8 starts. Mark of 156 at Northfield. Ew. Nice smile. Stepping down from the Buckeye Stallion Series, too. And also on the 8 hole, the 7 and 8 start from the second tier, Wall Said. And she jiggy jogged last week at Napoleon, and she got a mark of 56 and 2 at Scioto. 4 wins, 2 seconds, and 8 starts. This will be a battle between those two. I go with
also
the 6.
lining up down the backside on the way to the gate. Drinking, Not Thinking. I'll move in at the rail. Oh, the Places You'll Go moves in second. Artificial Sweetener third. Excuse Me fourth. Then comes Cousin Margie with Fever's Last Cruise on the outside in the first tier. 2 trailers, Miss Carly Shea and Wall Said. They're at the post. Starting gate is rolling now.
So I'll go with the 8, 6, and let's go for a trifecta. Don't do it! Don't do it! I'm going to go with the 3 for third. Good luck!
Here they come. The year off and pacing. That's Cousin Margie going out after here to lead, along with Fever's Last Cruise. Down at the rail third is Drinkin' Not Thinkin'. Artificial Sweetener in there fourth. Moving up fifth is Wall Said. On the outside sixth, around that turn, that's Excuse Me. At the rail seventh, Miss Carly Shea. And the last horse is Oh, the Places You'll Go. Heading down the backside over toward that quarter-mile mark. Now Mark Hedworth has Fever's Last Cruise on top. But flying up on the outside second now is Wall Said, driven by Art McElmurray, and Wall Said paces right on by. That's Wall Said with the lead, dropping back second, Fever's Last Cruise. First quarter paced in 29 and 4/5 seconds. That's Wall Said now by 3 lengths over Fever's Last Cruise. As they race down toward the half-mile mark, that is Art McElmurray and Wall Said bringing the horses down to the half. Racing in there second, that's Mark Hedworth and Fever's Last Cruise, and Rex Putnam has Cousin Margie in there third, and fourth and on the move is Drinkin' Not Thinkin', driven by Pierce Henry. First half paced in 59 and 4/5 seconds. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over to that 3/4 mile mark. That's Walstead with a lead. Fever's Last Cruise along the rail second. Drinkin' Not Thinkin' on the outside third. Cousin Margie along the rail fourth. Miss Carly Shea on the outside fifth. Sixth along the rail is Artificial Sweetener. Moving up on the outside, seventh is Excuse Me, and the last horse is Oh, the Places You'll Go. Past that 3/4 mile mark, front seven are pretty well bunched. 3/4 paced in 1:31 as they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt. That's Fever's Last Cruise now taking over. Dropping back second is Walstead with Cousin Margie along the rail third. As they race toward home, that's Fever's Last Cruise and Walstead. Fever's Last Cruise and Walstead. It's going to be Fever's Last Cruise, and here they all come. Cousin Margie up for second, Walstead for third.
I must have been drinking, not thinking.
A mile in 2:02 and 2/5.
Unofficial, Fever's Last Cruise. Bill Webb, local trainer, local legend, takes the 2-year-old filly pace. Number 5, Cousin Margie. Rex Putnam got up there to nip. Walstead.
There was a correction on the half-mile time. The half-mile time should have been 58 and 4 rather than 59 and 4. The half-mile time was 58 and 4/5 seconds.
So we do have 6:58. The time was, final time was 2:02 and 2. 6:58. It's a surprise. Of course, my exacta gets stepped on all the time. So close. So close. It's okay. It was an enjoyable race. Now, Fever's Last Cruise is trained by Bill Webb.
And now moving down the track into the winner's circle where the winners go. Coming from right here in Defiance County, Hicksville, Ohio, comes number 6, Fever's Last Cruise. Home of the D&K Stables LLC, trained by Bill Webb, and driven to victory this evening by Mark Hedworth. Now, the blanket for this race is given in memory of Deb Zimmerman, EA, of Priority Plus Tax Services. Deb passed away this past spring. She was a longtime fan of harness racing, and this blanket is given in her memory. Let's have a big hand here for Kevin Apple, Bill Webb, Mark Hedworth, and Fever's Last Cruise, and to the family of Deb Zimmerman for giving this blanket in her memory.
So that third race from Hicksville, get the official rundown from Bill Peters in a moment. We have the fourth race coming up. Will be 2-year-old Basing Colts, the second of 3 divisions. There's 5 in it. And congratulations to our text trivia winners. We have 2 new names. And welcome aboard. Glad you're playing. We have
Here are the official placings for race 3 from the top. Number 1, Drinkin' Not Thinkin' was 4th. Number 2, Oh, the Places You'll Go was 8th. Number 3, Artificial Sweetener was 6th. Number 4, Excuse Me was 7th. Number 5, Cousin Margie was 2nd. Number 6, Fever's Last Cruise was a winner. Number 7, Miss Carly Shea was 5th. And number 8, Walstead was 3rd. Time of the first quarter was 29 and 4/5. The half was in 58 and 4/5. The 3/4 in 1:31 with a mile in 2:02 and 2/5. From the top it should read 486 721 53 on the bottom. A mile in 2:02 and 2/5. In the upcoming race 4, number 1, SM Ernest, change the driver to Cameron McCown. Cameron McCown will drive number 1, SM Ernest, in race 4.
And with that, we shall be back shortly after these few messages. I'll have the winners then.
Your animals provide unconditional love. When they hurt, you want the best care available to help them enjoy life again. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center is here for you and for them. From heart disease to cancer, diabetes to broken bones, and 24-hour emergency services, Ohio State's team of experts make a difference in the lives of animals and the family members who love them. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center.
Midland Anchors, established over 50 years ago, is leading the way in harness racing resurgence in the great state of Ohio. Over their 600 acres, many premier broodmares, yearlings, and stallions are able to roam. Midland Anchors' success in the past provides momentum for the future. So, if you are breeding your mare or purchasing a yearling, Midland Anchors will put you in the winner's circle, doing our best to bring you the best.
Plattsburgh Academy graduate Alfred Peck Egerton journeyed the 311 miles south down the Hudson River to New York to get a job in advertising. Instead, he landed employment as a manager in the American Land Company. And under owner Henry Hicks, the 23-year-old Egerton helped map and survey the area in 1835 that was to be called Hicksville. As an agent, Edgar would buy and sell over 100,000 acres of land, using the trees, some of which had diameters of 9 feet across, for the Hicks-owned shipbuilding company. He was the man in Hicksville when it was incorporated in 1871, and the Edgerton family donated the land for the Defiance County Fairgrounds. Starting in 1877, the fair has always been a community event, as the folks of Defiance County attend the exhibitions, play baseball, and after dinner, in the evening, enjoy harness racing.
We are back to historic Hicksville. Nice town, nice drive through it, very scenic. People are friendly till I open my mouth with my New England accent. You ain't from around here. No, they just know they're used to me now. But our winners, we have a local winner, Dave Anderson, down in Grove City. That's right near the OHHA office. Instead of mailing it, we should have you stop by and pick it up. But no, we'll mail it to you. And congratulations to Dave Uto from Messina, New York. I love New York when they listen to the OHHA broadcast. So we'll be having another text trivia after the 5th. And this is the 4th coming up. Look at my notes and my hand scratches on the thing. This is the 2-year-old colt pace, the 2nd division of 3. And we have Cam McCown, sorry about that. Cam McCown driving the 1 SM Ernest. And we have Ron Gillespie's Rockin' Republic, his trainee. And
I want to mention that harness racing will resume here Thursday evening. Post time again 6:30 with 9 races on Thursday evening, featuring a 6-horse field in the Kermit Peter Memorial Trot.
But Rockin' Republic has 6 starts, 2 wins, 1 second, 2 thirds, and main competition, I think, they will be Rally Your Crew. Driven by Art McElmurray. That's the 3, has 5 starts, 2 wins, and 1 third.
Your attention, the barns are now ready for your horses for race 4.
So but they have SM Ernest with Chris Presley. Mike Madeira's trainee, Rockin' Republic, Ronnie Gillespie, trained and driven. Art McElmurray for Rally Your Crew, and with Russ Sutherland trainer. Greg Bateson, trained and driven, and co-owned. And I quote, co-owned. And I quote the 4. And the 5 is the Chad Williamson trainee, County Line Rebel with Pierce Henry. There's 5 of them. The 2 winners, well, actually, SM Ernest has 1 win, but the Rockin' Republic and Rally Crew both have 2 wins. They both look like they can step out a bit. Rockin' Republic last time was at Napoleon, win by 3.5, 3 3/4, 29-3. Paced a mile in 2-1-4 before that at Urbana in the Buckeye Stallion Series, which is a step up in class for horses. As paced in 57-3 and was 3rd in there. Mile went 156-1. It was a nice night down there. It was. Let me see what the temperature was 84.
Okay, the last horse is on its way. You're kind of strung out a little bit. Let's get them together to line up to parade.
And if you look in your program, you can see what the temperature was and the class condition is right after the purse. So we'll go with SM Ernest. Purse was $3,260 at Greenfield. It was a good track. That's because you haven't been racing on it. Number 79 degrees was the temperature, and they allowed a second. But that's when you want to see how, if it was a cold night or hot night or what type of night it was. And that's where you check it. Right after the purse, the name of the track, then there's the purse. So that's a helpful information. If it was a cool night, and they will be getting cool, hopefully. Don't mind an endless summer. It's a beautiful night here. Here's the 4.
I start putting postword for race 4. This is the second division of the 2-year-old colt pace, the Jim Corkwell Memorial, going for a purse of $3,771. This is the Levon Wiles Construction of Hicksville Trophy Race. 1 is SM Ernest, owned by Mike Metters and Tina Sudermeister of Pataskala, Ohio, trained by Mike Metters, the driver Cameron McCown. Number 2 is Rockin' Republic, owned by Dossie Miner of Springfield, Illinois, trained and driven by Ronnie Gillespie. Number 3 is Rally Your Crew, owned and trained by Russ Sutherland of Morenci, Michigan, the driver Art McElmurray. Number 4 is And I Quote, owned by Greg Bateson of Toledo, Ohio, and Brian Boring of Adrian, Michigan, trained and driven by Greg Bateson. Number 5 is County Line Rebel, owned by Gus Davis of Payne, trained by Chad Williamson, the driver Pierce Henry.
Again, as we watch these horses score down.
Ronnie Gillespie, would you take your horse back to the barn and get the saddle pad adjusted? Ronnie Gillespie, would you take the horse back to the barn and get the saddle pad adjusted?
Now, these saddle pads that they have, usually the officials bring their own saddle pads with them. Make sure they have them, because again, it's a community and group effort when you race at the fairs. A lot of volunteers, and people donate their time, and it's a tradition in Ohio. Our county fairs are. They've been this year at Hicksville since 1877, and that would be 7, 8 generations. It's part of their dates are usually the same time every year, so people plan around. They come back for a visit to see everybody. And we'll be back at that. We'll get through this. It's again, all these fairgrounds, as we talk, looks completely different without the people. And but they've been having the fairs, and a lot of the early towns, they had a market, a street fair when they first started out. But then in the 1840s, and the agricultural societies started hosting fairs, and it became a source of pride for all the counties in Ohio. So along with their town halls, their county seats, they're trying to keep it the best. They want the best. And there's good competition. So they are heading towards the backside. They're going up to the Mount starting gate. This is the 4th. This is the 2nd division of the 2-year-old colt pace, the Jim Corkwell Memorial. And again, I'm going with Rockin' Republic, Ronnie Gillespie, number 2, and Rally Your Crew with Art McElmurray, the 3. 2-3, just for me. You pick your own.
Also lining up down the backside on the way to the gate, SM Ernest will move in at the rail. Then comes Rockin' Republic, Rally Your Crew, and I quote, with County Line Rebel on the outside. They're at the post. Starting gate is rolling now. There they come. They're off and pacing. That's Rockin' Republic going out after the lead along with County Line Rebel. Down at the rail 3rd is SM Ernest. Rally Your Crew moves up 4th. And the last horse is And I Quote. Making the turn now to head down the backside to race over toward that quarter-mile mark. Ronnie Gillespie has Rockin' Republic on top by 2 lengths. Pacing second is County Line Rebel, driven by Pierce Henry. Moving up on the outside 3rd now is Rally Your Crew, driven by Art McElmurray. At the rail 4th, that's SM Ernest, driven by Cameron McCown. And the last horse is And I Quote, driven by Greg Bateson. First quarter paced in 30 1/5 seconds. As they race around that upper turn to come down past the stands for the first time, that's Rockin' Republic along the rail and Rally Your Crew on the outside battling for the lead. Racing along at the rail 3rd as they race down toward the half, that's County Line Rebel. 4th and on the move a little bit is SM Ernest, and the last horse, And I Quote. 5 horses pretty well munched as they race down to the half-mile mark. That's Ronnie Gillespie and Rockin' Republic with the lead, but pouring on the pressure on the outside still is Rally Your Crew. First half paced in 58 3/5 seconds. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over that 3/4 mile mark. That is Rockin' Republic at the rail, only heads apart on the outside. That is Rally Your Crew 2nd. Moving up 3rd now is SM Ernest. 4th on the move is And I Quote, and dropping back 5th is County Line Rebel. Past that 3/4 mile mark. That's Rockin' Republic by a length and a half now over Rally Your Crew. The 3/4 in 128 3/5 as they race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt. That's Rockin' Republic and Rally Your Crew. Rockin' Republic and Rally Your Crew as they race through the lane. Rockin' Republic and Rally Your Crew. It's going to be Rockin' Republic. And here's the outcome. Rally Your Crew up for 2nd. SM Ernest for 3rd. D8. 158 for the mile. A new track record for 2-year-old colt pacers.
Say what? How about that? The track record, 158 flat for 2-year-old colt paces. You know, he's a gelding, but the Pet Rock. Good mile. And, of course, he was just on top by 10. He put away Rally Your Crew when he tried to make his move. And that's a sign of a good horse. You know, we say when they get looked in the eye and they respond, that you know have a good one. A lot of them just curl up like a mealworm on a hot griddle. But it's a sign of a good horse.
Now, Tom, I'm pretty sure I remember you promising Bill Peters before the broadcast $100 to anyone that breaks the track record.
No, that's not that track record. That is for the 2-year-old pacing colts. The track record here.
Technicalities.
I'm not that bad, but
technicalities.
But I lowered that to 50, and then I says a $25 gift certificate. Maybe.
And now moving down the track and into the winner's circle where the winners go. Coming in all the way from Springfield, Illinois, comes number 2, Rockin' Republic, owned by Dossie Minor and trained to the victory by Ronnie Gillespie. Pacing that mile in 1:58, breaking the old track record for 2-year-old colt pacers by 2 full seconds. It was 2 minutes set by Go-Kart Mozart back in 2003 and equaled by Hayden's Smooth Move in 2016. Correction, 2015. Levon and Marla Wiles in the winner's circle for the trophy presentation of the Levon Wiles Construction Trophy to Ronnie Gillespie, Bill Clark, and Rockin' Republic. Now, they'll also have a picture taken with the Jim Corkwell blanket because you will have a chance of winning the Jim Corkwell. Right now, you're in line to get this Jim Corkwell blanket, too. So we'll have a picture taken with that Jim Corkwell blanket. Okay, we'll hold that until after race 7, but as of right now, you're in line to get it, but you get to keep the Levon Wiles blanket now.
So that Rock Republic's by Pet Rock out of my Juliana's Girl by Dragon Again. 158, and I'll have to clarify for Don when I said to Bill, if they break the track record, which I asked him specifically, I'm trying to protect my $100 bill. There's track record is held by Arizona Dawn, mile in 1:55 and 3. So I'll even rescind. I'll give a $25 gift certificate. I'm going broke here. I would have had that cold exacta though. Anyway, we'll be back. A great night of racing. Have a little fun here.
Here are the official placings for race 4 from the top. Number 1, SM Ernest was 3rd. Number 2, Rockin' Republic was the winner. Number 3, Rally Your Crew was 2nd. Number 4, And I Quote was 4th. And number 5, County Line Rebel was 5th. Time of the first quarter was 30 1/5. The half was in 58 3/5. The 3 quarters in 128 3/5. With a mile in 1:58. From the top, it should read 3, 1, 2, 4, 5 on the bottom. A mile in 1:58, a new track record for 2-year-old colt pacers.
So with that, got 3 more exciting races here at Hicksville, and we shall be back.
In the upcoming race 5, you may scratch the number 4 horse, Jammin' in the Hall. Scratch number 4, Jammin' in the Hall.
We'll be back shortly.
The roots of harness racing are born at the county fairs. For over 150 years, people have gathered to watch horses battle it out for fame and glory. Catch the thrills this summer at an Ohio Fair Racing Conference County Fair. The OFRC races at 21 fairs in 19 Ohio counties. Trotters and pacers put it all on the line to be called the best in the Buckeye State. The Ohio Racing Conference, where the path to greatness begins.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio is a full-service standardbred breeding facility that specializes in stallion management. Cool Winds Farm stands Rockin' Amadeus, sire of world champion Ocean Rock. Cool Winds also stands trotters Coraggioso, sire of stakes winner Lima Gold, and double millionaire sire Lucky Chucky. Be sure to visit the Cool Winds yearlings at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway Ag Center on Friday, September 18th.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1974, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com. Most orders shipped that day, or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Let's get to know Sandy Beatty. How'd you get started in the horse business?
I was born into it. My father raced standardbreds in the early 50s and early 60s through the 70s. I grew up.
What are your first memories of county fair racing?
Well, we trained down around Washington Courthouse all the time, so being at the fair at Washington Courthouse and watching the races at the fair, and they had a wooden hub rail and scored 8 wide. A long time ago when it was a little different type racing.
What do you like most about racing at the fairs?
That's quiet, laid back, not as much pressure.
Do you remember your first fair win?
I do. It was a 3-year-old trotting colt named Log Jam, and he won at Dover. He was about 19 years old maybe.
What do you do when you're not around the horses?
I'm always around the horses, so I sleep.
Do you have a favorite horse you've driven?
Oh yeah, Southwind Pepino was a horse that I got lucky and bought a few years back and turned into the best horse I ever had and did really well on all levels, and just a really great horse for me.
What's the best part about doing what you do?
Driving for me. I don't think I would have done it all these years if I hadn't drove.
What's your favorite fair food?
Probably chili cheese fries.
That's getting to know Sandy Beatty.
And we're back in Hicksville, the Defiance County Fair. This is a 3-year-old colt trot, Ohio Fair Racing Conference. Price of $9,954. It's 1 dash for the cash. There are 7 horses in it. Well, actually, there were 8, but these 4 got scratched. No jamming in the hall. The 7 and 8 start from the second tier. So we got 7 in it. Got a couple of good ones. I'll rattle off my choices as I sit here. I've made up my mind, by the way, when I sit, I can't even stand up when I sit too long. Of course, had a 2.5 hour drive up here. Don and Clyde had a 3.5 hour drive up here. Tomorrow we go down to Zanesville, which is, well, we were right by we're up in Canfield by the Pennsylvania border. Then we come over to Greenville, then up to, I don't know, I'm getting lost already, I'm confused. But we put a lot of miles on this and it's like, they were here on time, 3.5 hours of steady driving.
4 out, that leaves 3 to come.
Our cameraman, Jim, made a mad dash from Indiana. They had 25 races at Shelbyville, I think it was today.
Make the driver on number 1, SM Count on Me, Pierce Henry. Pierce Henry will drive number 1, SM Count on Me.
Okay. Cam is on the 7.
And make the driver on number 2, Lincoln Tunnel, Ronnie Gillespie. Ronnie Gillespie driving number 2, Lincoln Tunnel.
Little changes right at the last minute. So you got an SM counted on me will be...
Who's grabbing the wood?
Pierce Henry. They just heard that, and it flew right out of my mind because and Ronnie Gillespie's on the 2, Lincoln Tunnel. Got 8 in it. The 4 was scratched, and they're coming on the track for the 5th race. As again, Jim, the photo finish guy, 25 races, and it about a 2-hour drive. And he got here.
All right, let's get them together to line up the parade.
15 minutes before post time, with this very harried look on his face. This is the 5th race, the Earl Belch Memorial.
Our start printing postword for race 5. This is the 3-year-old colt trot. This is the Earl Belch Memorial, going for a purse of $9,954. Number 1 is SM Count on Me, owned by Mike Medders and Tina Sudermeister of Pataska, Ohio, trained by Mike Medders, the driver, Pierce Henry. Number 2 is Lincoln Tunnel, owned by Miller Racing Stable Incorporated of Greenville, Ohio, Lynn Miller of Delphus, Ohio, and Amazing Racing Stable, Middle Point, Ohio, trained by Ryan Miller, the driver, Ronnie Gillespie. Number 3 is One More Broseph, owned by John Kineski III of Pemberville and Patrick Kineski of Bowling Green, trained by John Kineski III, the driver, Greg Bateson. Number 4, Jammin' in the Hall has been drawn. Number 5 is Jiu-Jitsu, owned by Leah Schaefer of Wiresdale, Florida, trained by Mike Sweeney, the driver, Art McElmurray. Number 6 is Trottin' for Cash, owned and trained by Tony Langhan of Hillsdale, Michigan, the driver, Skip DeMall. Number 7 is Pete's Party Tools, owned by Janine Liu of Archbold, trained by Bruce Forker, the driver, Cameron McCown. And number 8 is Supreme Fireworks, owned by Jay and Louise Weller of Republic, Ohio, trained by Janie Weller, the driver, Jay Weller. Your attention to the barns, be getting your horses ready for race 6.
So we're stepping in, stepping out. Race 5 coming up. I do like SM Count on Me. Very consistent. 14 starts, 3 wins, 4 seconds, 1 third. Won at Greenville on the 22nd, a mere 3 days ago, in 2 minutes and 2 fifths. And shows nothing but wins. 2 wins.
Also lining up down the backside on the way to the gate. SM Count on Me. He'll move in at the rail. Then comes Lincoln Tunnel. One More Broseph. Jiu-Jitsu with Trottin' for Cash on the outside in the first tier. 2 trailers, Pete's Party Tools, and Supreme Fireworks. They're at the post. Starting gate is rolling now.
Five, 2, 7 for the 5th at Hicksville, the Defiance County Fair in Ohio.
Here they come. Here, off and trotting, that's SM Count on Me, going out after the early lead along with Lincoln Tunnel. Moving up along the rail third, but now going off stride is Pete's Party Tools. Also off stride is Jiu-Jitsu and One More Broseph, but now Trottin' for Cash trots up to be third. As they make the turn now to head down the backside to race over toward that quarter-mile mark, Pierce Henry has SM Count on Me on top by 2 lengths. Trotting in there second is Lincoln Tunnel, driven by Ronnie Gillespie. Closing in their third now is Trotting for Cash, driven by Skip DeMall. Moving up fourth is Jiu-Jitsu, driven by Art McElmurray. Fifth is Supreme Fireworks, driven by Jay Weller. One more Broseph and Greg Bates are in their sixth, and the last horse. Moving down the backside, that's Pete's Party Tools, driven by Cameron McCown. First quarter was trotted in 31 2/5 seconds. As they race down toward the half-mile mark, that is still out there on the front end. That's running, it is Pierce Henry with SM Count on Me. Ronnie Gillespie right there in the golden chair second with Lincoln Tunnel, and right there close third is Trotting for Cash. Moving along fourth at the half-mile mark is Jiu-Jitsu, followed by Supreme Fireworks fifth. First half trotted in 1:03 1/5. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over to that 3/4 mile mark. They've got to catch SM Count on Me. Second along the rail, it is Lincoln Tunnel. Third on the outside is Trotting for Cash. Jiu-Jitsu is fourth. Supreme Fireworks is fifth. One more Broseph sixth. And the last horse is Pete's Party Tools. Going to that 3/4 mile mark, that's SM Count on Me with a lead, but Trotting for Cash trots up on the outside to pour on the pressure. And third along the rail is Lincoln Tunnel. 3/4 trotted in 1:34 1/5. As I race around that upper turn to head for pay dirt, that's SM Count on Me, Trotting for Cash, and Lincoln Tunnel. SM Count on Me, Trotting for Cash, Lincoln Tunnel along the rail, but it's going to be SM Count on Me, and here the outcome. Trotting for Cash up for second, Lincoln Tunnel for third. A mile in 2:03 2/5.
That coming last quarter in 29 1. Mile in 2:3 2. 2:03 2/5. Unofficial. One. I hear voices behind me. SM Count on Me. I think it was 1-1-3-2. Just for you. Now they come down. Comes Mike, and surprised they're just savoring the walk down the winner's circle. That is the Gelding's fourth win, 15 starts this year. Ninth win, 31 lifetime starts. It puts him over almost up to the $50,000 mark lifetime. I can remember years ago looking at programs, horses, they'd be 7 or 8 years old, they'd have like $1,000.
And now moving down the track into the winner's circle where the winners go. Coming in from Pataskala, Ohio, comes number 1, SM Count on Me. All by Mike Metters and Tina Sudermeister. Trained by Mike Metters and driven to victory this evening by Pierce Henry. Now this is the Earl Belch Memorial Trophy Race. The Earl Belch Charitable Trust were big sponsors here for many years of the harness racing program at the Defiance County Fair, and this race is named in memory of Earl Belch. Let's have a big hand here for Mike Metters, Pierce Henry, and SM Count on Me.
Nice big lanky colt. He's by full count. Out of a Lindy Lane mare. Unicomb Lane. So, we'll get the final rundown as they walk them back, probably walk them back to the barn area. Dawn, take a picture of that. See, down to the back. They just, that's a nice walk. They can say, well, he was all right. Just trotted a hole in the wind, he did. Just as nice as you want.
Here are the official placings for race 5 from the top. Number 1, SM Count on Me was the winner. Number 2, Lincoln Tunnel was third. Number 3, One More Broseph was 6th. Number 4, Jammin' in the Hall had been drawn. Number 5, Jiu-Jitsu was 4th. Number 6, Trottin' for Cash was 2nd. Number 7, Pete's Party Tools was 7th. Number 8, Supreme Fireworks was 5th. Time of the first quarter was 31 2/5. The half was in 103 1/5. The 3/4 in 134 1/5. With a mile in 203 2/5. From the top of charade, 136, scratch, 427, 5 on the bottom. The mile in 203 2/5. In the upcoming race 6, number 6, Barley's Angel, change the driver to Rex Putnam. Rex Putnam will drive number 6, Barley's Angel, in race 6.
So that's the 5th completed. 2 more to go here at Hicksville. The 6th race is the Signature Series for 4-year-olds and up. They're pacing fools. And again, I had said track record is 155 3. And I'll stick with my word. They break the track record, I will give them an IOU for $100. No. I'll give them $100 if they break the track record. Don't tell them that. I hope nobody hears this. But I don't know. I'm getting generous in my old age. We'll be back shortly after these few words from our sponsors.
Midland Acres, established over 50 years ago, is leading the way in harness racing resurgence in the great state of Ohio. Over their 600 acres, many premier broodmares, yearlings, and stallions are able to roam. Midland Acres' success in the past provides momentum for the future. So, if you are breeding your mare or purchasing a yearling, Midland Acres will put you in the winner's circle, doing our best to bring you the best.
Athletes, they come in all shapes and sizes. They catch, they leap, they run. Some athletes even come with 4 legs and paws and hooves. When these beloved family members need care, remember the Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center. Ohio State experts wrote the book on exceptional animal care and know how to get our best friends back on their feet. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center.
It's time for
She's getting good at this. She's getting used to hearing that. The text trivia. Okay, easy as A, B, or C. The number, please, 614-633-5554. One more time, 614-633-5554. Jay Wolf, have you got that written down? Okay. We have talked about our batting averages. And the Ohio batters, well, we got a couple of pretty decent batting averages here at the guys racing and the ladies racing at Hicksville. Tonight, of these 3 Ohio drivers are here at Hicksville. Who has the highest batting average of 381? Is it Greg Bateson? A, Greg Bateson. B, Art McElmurray, or C, Ryan Miller? Who has...
Okay, we have our 8 winners in the drawing. So if your name is called, you come up here to the corner of the grandstand. Come up here to the corner of the grandstand, and you'll have whoever gets there first.
Highest batting average of these 3, of 381, these 3 drivers. A, Greg Bateson, B, Art McElmurray, or C, Ryan Miller. Take the second and fourth correct text. I want new folks. Take a guess. A, Greg Bateson, B, Art McElmurray, or C, Ryan Miller. Who has a 381 batting average for driving average? Good luck.
Fourth winner is Tony Langhan of Hillsdale, Michigan. Fifth winner is Rocky Miller of Groveport, Ohio. The 6th winner is Joe Darmafel of Sylvania. 7th one is Louise Weller of Republic. And the 8th one is Ronnie Gillespie of Macon, Mississippi. Those are the 8 winners, so come up here to the corner of the grandstand to claim your prize. And we'll have another drawing, similar drawing on Thursday. Your chance at the barns, we're now ready for your horses for race 6.
I'm looking at the answers as they come in. They're all taking a guess, and there haven't been too many correct answers. They're focusing on one, and they are not correct. So I got one winner. I know I'll have one shortly. And remember, is it who has the highest batting average here at Hicksville right now tonight? Is it A, Greg Bateson, B, Art McElmurray, or C, Ryan Miller? Got a batting average of driving average of 381.381. And
5 out, that leaves 1 to come. Still need 1 more patient.
Horses are coming on, so keep on trying. I need
horse
one more
is on
winner.
its way. So let's get them together to line up the parade.
My all my dependable texters, they texted in, they were all mostly wrong. There's a horse. We got 8 in here. This is the 6 in for the signature series.
There are your horses for race 6. This is the 4-year-old and up pace signature series, the Gene L. Vance Memorial, going for a purse of $4,150. Number 1 is Dancing Fever. He's a bay gelding, 6 years old, by Indian Fever, out of First to Cruise by Yankee Cruiser. He's owned by Bill Webb of Defiance of the D&K Stables LLC of Hicksville, trained by Bill Webb, driven this evening by Mark Hedworth. Lifetime earnings over $201,000, a lifetime mark 151 and 1/5. Number 2 is Max Hanover. He's a bay gelding, 6 years old, by Some Beach Somewhere out of Marima, Hanover, by Western Hanover. Owned by the Hader Stables LLC of Temperance, Michigan. Trained and driven by Greg Bateson. Lifetime earnings over $107,000. A lifetime mark 152 and 3/5. Number 3 is Starry Night Teen. He's a bay gelding, 6 years old, by Artificial out of Rosatina by the Ponderosa. He's owned by Gabriel O'Hearn of Burton, Michigan, trained by Al Tomlinson, driven this evening by Cameron McCown. Lifetime earnings over $116,000, a lifetime mark 153. Number 4 is Holly Shark. She's a bay mare, 7 years old, by Shady Shark Hanover, out of Holly Go Lightly by Pro Bono Best. Owned by Joe Putnam of Pendleton, Indiana, and Sutton's Bay Racing of Ada, Michigan, trained by Joe Putnam, driven this evening by Zach Hires. Lifetime earnings over $242,000, a lifetime mark 151 and 2/5. Number 5 is Silver Wings. He's a bay gelding, 5 years old, by Rock On, out of Cohinka Canova, by Camlock, owned by Rod Adams Jr. of Portage, trained by Jamie Lang, driven by Rod Adams Jr. Lifetime earnings over $69,000, a lifetime mark 155 and 2/5. At number 6 is Barley's Angel. She's a bay mare, 6 years old, by Charlie Barley, out of Hartangle, by Art Major, owned by Joe Putnam of Pendleton, Indiana, and Deb Brown of Carmel, Indiana, trained by Joe Putnam, driven this evening by Rex Putnam. Lifetime earnings over $152,000, a lifetime mark 153 and 1/5. Those are your horses for the 2020 Gene L. Vance Memorial Pace.
It's a good field. And
It looks like we have a change in drivers on number 5, Silver Wings, to Art McElmurray. Art McElmurray driving number 5, Silver Wings.
Art McElmurray. Okay. I do have our winners before they go to the gate. And who does have that .381?
Also lining up down the backside on the way to the gate. Denson Fever will move in at the rail. In comes Max Hanover, Starry 19, Holly Shark, Silver Wings with Barley's Angel on the outside. They're at the post. Starting gate is rolling now.
I like the 1, 2, 3. Just for me. Here they come at Hicksville.
Here they come. They're off and pacing. That's Denson Fever and Starry 19 going out after the early lead, along with Max Hanover at the rail third. Up on the outside fourth is Holly Shark. Moving up fifth is Silver Wings, and the last horse is Barley's Angel. Making the turn now to head down the backside to race over toward that quarter-mile mark. Mark Hedworth has Denson Fever on top by a length and a half. Pacing in there second is Starry 19, driven by Cameron McCown. Third along the rail, Max Hanover, driven by Greg Bateson. Fourth is Holly Shark, driven by Zach Hires. Racing fifth is Silver Wings, driven by Art McElmurray. The last horse, Barley's Angel, driven by Rex Putnam. The first quarter was paced in 30 3/5 seconds. As they race around that upper turn to come down past the stand for the first time, that's still Denson Fever with the lead. 1 length back second is Starry 19 with Max Hanover in their third. Up on the outside fourth, that's Holly Shark as they race down toward the half-mile mark. Fifth and on the move is Silver Wings, and the last horse is Barley's Angel. Past the half-mile mark, that's Denson Fever by a length and a half over Starry 19, but up on the outside third now comes Holly Shark. The first half was paced in a minute flat. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over to that 3/4 mile mark. They've got to catch Denson Fever. The closest horse second is Starry 19. Third along the rail, Max Hanover. Fading a wee bit fourth on the outside, Holly Shark. Moving up fifth now is Barley's Angel. And the last horse is Silver Wings. Going to the 3/4 mile mark. That's still Denson Fever with the lead, but not giving up along the rail second. That's Starry 19, and Max Hanover is now a closer third. 3/4 paced in 1:29 2/5, and here comes Starry 19 out of that 2-hole as they turn for home. That's Denson Fever at the rail and Starry 19 on the outside with Max Hanover in their third as they race toward home. That's Denson Fever and Starry 19. Denson Fever and Starry 19. It's gonna be Denson Fever, and here the outcome. Starry 19 up for second with Max Hanover for third. In 1:58 2/5.
One, 3, 2. Well, if I keyed it, I would have had it, but I didn't. At Denson Fever, a fine 6-year-old by Indian Fever, puts his lifetime earnings to over $203,000. Nice 6-year-old. Never when he was a mere 2. I started doing the fairs in Ohio. Nice horse. Mark Hedworth has driven him most of his career. This is Bill Webb's home track. Two good picks tonight was Denson Fever and the other Bill Webb trainee, Rockin' Republic. Don't forget that. That was a good. And I think they'll have the.
And now moving down the track into the winner's circle, where all the winners go. Coming from right here in Defiance County, Defiance in Hicksville, comes number 1, Denson Fever, owned by Bill Webb and the D&K Stables LLC, trained by Bill Webb, and driven to victory this evening by Mark Hedworth. This is the Gene L. Vance Memorial Pace. blanket. Tom Vance is in the winner's circle for the trophy presentation. I believe that the Gene L. Vance Memorial Pace is the oldest such race for aged pacers or trotters in the state of Ohio at any county fair. It's a first race 30 years ago in 1990. And the winners that year were J.J. Deere, driven by Ron Stack, and Lucky Regina, driven by Harley Yoder. It was in two divisions, with the faster one going to J.J. Deere, winning that mile back in 1990 in 1:58 and 4/5. That was a pretty good mile back in those days. Let's have a big hand for all the connections to Dancing Fever, the winner of the 2020 Gene L. Vance Memorial Pace.
Yes, it was a good night, Irene.
Here are the official placings for race 6 from the top. Number 1, Dancing Fever was the winner. Number 2, Max Hanover was third. Number 3, Starry 19 was second. Number 4, Holly Shark was fifth. Number 5, Silver Wings was sixth. And number 6, Barley's Angel was fourth. Time of the first quarter was 30 and 3/5. The half was in a minute flat. The 3/4 in 1:29 and 2/5, with a mile in 1:58 and 2/5. From the top it should read 1:32.564, a mile in 1:58 and 2/5. In the upcoming race 7, number 2, Smile Today, change the driver to Greg Bateson. Greg Bateson will drive number 2, Smile Today. Number 5, Stolly, change the driver to Cameron McCown. Cameron McCown will drive number 5, Stolly.
As we wind it down here at Hicksville, very peaceful evening, but I still have the winners from Tex Trivia. I want to say congratulations to Judy Kendall of Portage, Ohio, and Scott Marr from Sydney, Ohio. You're going to be getting a prize package from the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association in the mail. Thank you for playing. Got lots of winners. I love seeing that. We want to give these prizes away. In fact, we'll start on prize B, the package, after all you folks have already won. And you'll be getting prize B, but it was ironic. A lot of you didn't get that last one. They all guessed Ryan Miller. His batting average is .319, and Greg Bateson has .336. But Art Markham-Mary has .381.
Your attention to the barns. We're now ready for your horses for race 7.
We'll be back shortly after words from our sponsors.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio wants to thank all of the breeders that supported our first season, standing the popular sire, Dancin' Yankee. Cool Winds also stands the fast son of Some Beach Somewhere, Santa Fe Beach Boy, and 2015 Little Brown Jug runner-up Lost for Words, who engaged in an epic battle with Wiggle It Jiggle It, and whose first crop will sell this fall. Be sure to visit Randy and Kim Haynes in the Cool Winds Farm consignment at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway Ag Center on Friday, September 18th.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1974, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com. Most orders shipped that day, or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Athletes, they come in all shapes and sizes. They catch, they leap, they run. Some athletes even come with 4 legs and paws and hooves. When these beloved family members need care, remember the Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center. Ohio State experts wrote the book on exceptional animal care and know how to get our best friends back on their feet. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center.
Deidre Hartwell was born in Hicksville in 1861 and grew up on the family farm. She attended private school in Hicksville, later public schools in Canton, 200 miles east. In 1882, Deidre married Harvey Henderson Wilcox, a successful real estate businessman in Bryan in Williams County who was 30 years a senior. The Prohibitionists lived in Topeka, Kansas at first, but moved to Los Angeles, California in 1883. They would buy land at $150 an acre and tried raising figs and apricots. They would subdivide the land for $100 an acre in 1887. Deidre was impressed with all the holly that grew on her wooded lots and named the new tract Hollywood. Wilcox died in 1891, and 3 years later, Deidre married Philo Beveridge, the son of former Illinois Governor John Lowry Beveridge. Their home became the center of the arts.
Hooray for Hollywood. Will you be quiet? I'm tired of your singing. Hey, I always say to Bill Peters, I find that amazing. A little town like Hicksville in Hollywood, the Holly Connection. Here's the finale from Hicksville.
Our start rating post word for race 7. This is our getaway race for this evening's program. This is the third division of the 2-year-old colt pace, the Jim Corkwell Memorial, going for a purse of $3,846. This third division, race 7, is the Defiance Chiropractic Center Trophy Race. Number 1 is McNightmare, owned by Jeff Batt and Kevin Clare of Defiance and Art Erford of Hamler, trained by Bill Webb, the driver, Mark Hedworth. Number 2 is Smile Today, owned by Paul Ann and Bob Sidley of Paynesville, Ohio, trained by Mike Metters, the driver, Greg Bateson. Number 3 is KB Mac, owned by Kenneth Saunders of White House, Ohio, and John Saunders of Castle Rock, Colorado, trained and driven by Dan Vinier. Number 4 is Professional, owned by the M3 Racing of Sugar Creek, Ohio, trained by Mike Sweeney, the driver, Art McElmurray. Number 5 is Stolly, owned by Ron Stack of Marengo and Marcia Brake of Marysville, trained by Ron Stack, the driver, Cameron McCown. And number 6 is Caballo Especial, owned by Pearl and Joe Paver of Marysville, Ohio, and Dennis Paver of Raymond, trained by Joe Paver, the driver, Pierce Henry.
That's the field for the finale at Hicksville, here in Defiance County. We sad to see you go. It's just a nice evening here. There was no threat of any rain here at Hicksville. I went through a deluge right around Marion on the way up here, but this is a beautiful night. It's a great 2-year-old colt pace. We have 6 youngsters, a couple of them experienced. This KB Mac coming on off has 3 wins and 3/3 in 6 starts, $22,000 already, mark of 155-1. It's a McCardle colt.
Marcel lining up down the backside on the way to the gate for your getaway race for this evening's program. McNightmare will move in at the rail. Then comes Smile Today, KB Mac, Professional, Stolly, with Caballo Especial on the outside. They're at the post. Starting gate is rolling now.
I'll take my old standby, 3-5. And all that jive. Here's the finale from Hicksville, the Defiance County Fairgrounds. 2-year-old colt pace.
Here they come. They're off and pacing. That's KB Mac going out after your lead along with McNightmare. Up on the outside third, that is Stolly. Along between horses fourth now comes Smile Today. Off stride now goes McNightmare. That's KB Mac with the lead as they race down the backside, driven by Dan Vinier. Moving up second along the rail now is a Caballo Especial, driven by Pierce Henry. In their third is Smile Today, driven by Greg Bateson. Fourth, McNightmare, driven by Mark Hedworth. Racing fifth down the backside, Professional, driven by Art McElmurray. And the last horse is Stolly, driven by Cameron McCown. First quarter paced in 32 2/5 seconds. As they race around that upper turn to come down past the stand for the first time, that's KB Mac showing on top. Racing in there close second is Caballo Especial. And moving in there third is Smile Today. Coming to the half-mile mark, that's Dan Vinier and KB Mack bringing the horses down to the half. Still racing there in the golden chair second, that is Caballo Especial, and racing third, that's Smile Today, followed by McNightmare fourth. First half paced in 1:02 and 2/5. As they round the turn now to head down the backside to race over to that 3/4 mile mark. The one to catch is KB Mack. Moving up on the outside second now. As they race down the backside is Smile Today. Third along the rail, Caballo Especial. Fourth at the rail, McNightmare. On the outside, fifth is Stolly. And the last horse is Professional as they go to the 3/4 mile mark. That's still KB Mack with the lead, but pouring on the pressure on the outside second is Smile Today. The for 3/4 in 1:33 as they race around the upper turn to head for pay dirt. That's KB Mack and Smile Today, followed by Caballo Especial as they race through the lane. KB Mack closing on the outside though is Smile Today. KB Mack and Smile Today. KB Mack, but Smile Today goes off stride. It's gonna be KB Mack, and here the outcome. Smile Today up for second, McNightmare for third. A mile was in 2:02. All right, so you won't have to present the Jim Corkwell blanket here. The Jim Corkwell Memorial blanket will go to Rockin' Republic, the winner in the second division in 1:58.
So that was KB Mack, the 3. I believe it was 2:16, but we had the horse making a break. He looked like a lapped-on break to me. We'll have to get the official ruling from the judges. Nice little mile. KB Mack's a nice little animal. That is his 4th win, 7 starts, has 3/3. Pushes his earnings to over 24,000. 25,000. So always you have to have a photo of Judge's Inquiry, the last race of the day. But I take this opportunity. Tomorrow we will be at Zanesville. That is the Wood County Fair. Zanesville, Muskingum County is hosting it. As everyone during this COVID crisis, they are.
And now moving down the track into the winner's circle where the winners go. Coming in from White House, Ohio and Castle Rock, Colorado comes number 3, KB Mack. Owned by Kenneth and John Saunders, trained and driven to victory by Dan Vinier. Now this is the Defiance Chiropractic Center Trophy Race.
KB Mack.
That's a big hand here for the Saunders and Viniers, and to KB Mack and to Defiance Chiropractic Center, the donors of the blanket.
That is the.
There is an objection in this race and also an inquiry. An objection and an inquiry.
So the judge's inquiry, they're conferring with the starters, presiding judge, the timer, Paul Combs, Don is making the video replay available to them to help them. I think this would be the lapped-on break at the wire, or maybe there's a, looking at the start. Ooh. You can see your screen there having the replay.
Tight quarters in the first turn. So the years of experience the judges have, they're all much, much older than I am. Not too many folks. I'm getting ancient myself. It's good Miley. Coming the last half in 59 and 3. Last corner 29 seconds flat. So again, with this, these are 2-year-old paces, so at those speeds when they're leaving out, all of them have a license to make a bobble. You know. So especially if this is their first time on the track. They're reviewing this. But while we're waiting, we're going to be at the, tomorrow we'll be at Zanesville for the Wood County Fair. The Trot and Pace marketing, myself. That'll be 6:30 on Thursday. We'll be over Greenville for an 11 o'clock post time. We will have, we will be joined by Susan Schroeder and Roger Houston. Susan will be my statistician. If you're listening, Susan, you'll be my statistician there for Greenville. Then after Greenville, we'll be rushing back up here to Hicksville for the 6:30 post time. So then on we'll be getting the final official shortly. So yeah, this is going to, again, go to our www.ohh.com. You'll see the complete schedule, all the updates, all the news that you need to hear. Plus, you'll get your free programs. You can print them out and study them in advance. And got great racing all summer long. We're coming up to the Jug pretty soon. That's in September. This is the 75th anniversary. Of course, Roger's going to be calling the Jug this year. Roger's over at Greenville. Be calling a couple over there. Doug Ballinger is giving up the mic for a few races, and then Roger will be joining us as we go over the races with you. So, there's still something's happening. There has to be. As we wait expectantly. Clyde's already ready to wrap up. He's wrapping up the cables from the track side microphones. Nobody left in the track. And all summer long, we've been... this is the first time we had an inquiry for the last race of the day. I knew it was too good to be true. Usually, we'll get hit with a little rain up here at Hicksville, but we didn't. And usually we have a full card. This year we had 7. Today, on Thursday, we'll have more. But this is so beautiful. Now it's a nice night. Hopefully there won't be any weather problems on the way back.
It's one thing about Ohio, it'd be perfect, and all of a sudden one little cloud will appear over the sky, and for some reason...
Here are the official placings for race 7 from the top. Number 1, McNightmare, finished 3rd, was placed 5th for interference while on a break in the first turn.
Aha.
Number 2, Smile Today, was 2nd. Number 3, KB Mac was the winner. Number 4, Professional, was 6th. Number 5, Stale, finished 5th, was placed 4th. At number 6, Kabbalah was special, finished 4th, was placed 3rd. Time of the first quarter was 32 2/5. The half was in 102 2/5. The 3/4 in 133, with a mile in 2:02. From the top it should read 3 place 5, 2, 1, 6, 5 place 4, and 4 place 3. A mile in 2:02. This concludes our racing here for this evening. I want to thank you horsemen for racing here this evening, and if you're back, to be back here next year to race at the 2021 Defiance County Fair, and also maybe you're back here on Thursday to race in the Thursday evening program. Be sure to return your saddle pads to where you picked them up. Thanks for racing here, and I hope to see you either Thursday night or in the weeks to come.
Okay, that will just about do it for us here, too. Thanks to Trot and Pace Marketing, Dawn and Teresa back at the home office doing the graphics. Clyde, as he wraps up those 50 long foot cables. Thanks everybody here at Hicksville for their accords, the geniality they gave us. They even cleaned off the seats here. This is wonderful. But we will be back tomorrow at 5:30 at Zanesville for the Wood County Fair being hosted at Zanesville. Don't know how many races, but you can check on our site. And then on Thursday, we're at Greenville at 11, back here in Hicksville at 6:30. So thanks for watching, everybody. And all the folks all over the world, thanks for playing Text Trivia with us. I enjoy that. You guys are smart. And we will be back. This is Tom Pye, the harness guy, saying good night from the Defiance County Fair in Hicksville, Ohio.
Thank you for joining us today for the Ohio Fair Racing Conference from Hicksville. Be sure to join us tomorrow as we head to Zanesville and the races originally scheduled for Woodsfield. Post time is 5:30 p.m. For our entire production crew, thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Be there!